I hosted a Roblox Game Shark in a huge Discord server that has some of Roblox's most prominent developers inside of it. I, alongside Sage Z, were able to host alongside some other credible developers who were sharks in order to discover and help fund Roblox developers who are looking for people to invest in their upcoming Roblox games. And the developers who are looking for these investors are called pitchers. Alongside that, there's an army of developers that were listening in, hoping to find new games that have the potential to find their way into Roblox's front page. These guys are technically investors too, but they just weren't on stage with everybody else. And this isn't just any Roblox developers. You had people from the likes of The Boss, owner of Boss Studios, to Silvermoonagz, the owner of the upcoming game Holy War X, with a bunch of other big and prominent developers listening in. Everybody here has real money. Before we get into this, there is actually meant to be another Shark Tank being hosted probably towards the end of this month. So, if there are any developers listening to this who would potentially like to find people to invest in their projects, this is definitely the place for that. Links in the description if you want to join the Discord server. However, beware, in order to actually get access to the Discord server properly, you need to make a ticket showcasing your game. So if your game isn't good, you probably will get kicked out the Discord server, and if you're a normal viewer of my channel, you won't get in either because you don't have a game to showcase. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, should I just start now?
Go ahead, my boy.
Okay, hello sharks. My name is Dido. I'm the creator of Anime Card, and I'm right here with Kyoshi. Today I'm gonna talk about the project that we're currently working on, that is called Anime Card X. It will be based on Mario Kart, but it will have its own mechanics that will be anime based. We'll have dynamic maps that will follow, for example, like in Mario Kart, when you had maps that would like change between sets and have different types of maps in between them. So the first map could change, let's say Entertainment District, later on could end in the Infinity Castle. We also want to have full car customization in this, gliders, and anything that Mario Kart had during its time of peak in the Wii. We've been working on this project for about 1 to 2 months, and we already got enough progress to say that we are pretty far. It's also a unique idea. No one has ever done on the Roblox community as far. We want to make sure that we have specific animations for everything, multiple game modes, and also we want to help the content creators by giving tournaments that can be hosted by you guys that would create a win-win scenario for both of us, of course. What do we want to ask from this? We are seeking for a $7,500 USD in exchange of 10% equity of the company. Permanent. We would use this investment for mostly scaling the game and making our development better. Because at the current stage, we are low on funds, and we want to try making the game really the best that we can.
Where have you put
I
these
sent it in
things?
pitch lobby.
Okay.
I put in pitch lobby. Right here in this second thing I sent, the second tweet, you can see both a cutscene and you can see a gameplay of the game. I was gonna say it's better if you try the game because it really shows how smooth the drifting is currently. But it's the first phase that we are willing to like let you guys test, and it was already tested and bugs already been fixed for that one. We were working on dropping the second phase by end of next month, start of next month, around that, we don't know exactly. But also what we are currently working on is motorcycles. The game is about, I'll say like 50-40% done, and we only been working for 2 months. We have over 20 concepts. We have both cars and motorcycles. Cars are fully done, but motorcycles are about like 70% as we are still scripting them. There's about 20 plus cars already modeled. All power-ups are done, and mostly the game just really needs that last boost into it so we can really get it out there. We also know most people. I know Sage, I already spoke to you before about beat design and everything, and I know Source as well. I know a couple of people here, so we are really just trying to get that extra boost so we can finish this game quickly and really get out to the experience for other people to try. That's our current situation.
Okay. I might bring up some people, by the way, onto the stage who I think might find that kind of thing interesting.
Yes. Yeah, currently you can just look to the sneaks. All maps are, we have currently around 3 maps. We have initial D map because we want to do also game modes that are inspired of anime. For example, Steel Ball Run. We want to do a lot of stuff that had some kind of, like, you know, car type. You know, it wasn't really car, but it was horses, but you know, kind of follows the same theme. So we really want to make as much variety to this as possible, and updates can be endlessly nice, as it's a very loopable game. The gameplay is very loopable. So that's about overall I want to say about the game. We really want to try dropping this in around 2 months max. With this investment, we would be able to do so. And yeah, that's about all I can say.
Okay.
And everything is made by us, yeah.
On our side. And finally, just a little bit more of a way for us to sort of determine line item by line item what we're looking to spend on this $7,500 more specifically. But contingent on those things, I think I'd be definitely willing to make an offer. You reach out.
All right. Yeah, I'll reach you out though. I'll send you in the DMs and we can speak further in DMs.
In summary, he actually ended up getting quite a few deals in the DM. Now, whether they were all for the price that he originally wanted or got negotiated down or maybe even negotiated up is probably none of my business because I didn't ask. However, in my opinion, this game is a bit 30-70. 30-70 in the sense where I honestly think this game might not be that successful. Well, first of all, there's only about 4 maps that have been actually created. Regardless of how big, small, cool, or not cool these maps are, there's 5 maps in 1 Grand Prix inside of Mario Kart. So technically, there's not even enough maps for a singular Grand Prix. Yes, having all the car and motorcycle customizations is cool. However, I also think the cars look a little bit big for the size of the track. The size of the track actually looks pretty small to proportion of how big the cars are. It looks like you'd only be able to fit 2 or even 3 cars in 1 lane, and I don't know, the proportions don't look all the way there to me. However, I'm gonna love to be able to cover this game whenever the time comes for that, but let's move on to the next picture.
I don't know if everyone heard of my game, but I'm working on XQ right now. So XQ is a hardcore fantasy RPG game set in the Planet World of Arath. I want to keep it short, but let me just demonstrate some gameplay. I think actually, Agz, you made a video about our game.
I have
already. So you already have a background about. Okay, where do I provide a video about my game real quick?
Are you able to stream?
If I'm streaming one, I can just show you guys a clip of my game. I don't got a high-end device to be streaming. Okay, let me just send it.
Yeah, put it in the chat and everyone will look through links.
I don't know if this. Okay, so like I said, I don't have the greatest device, but let me just send a clip over so everyone has a basic understanding of what the game is real quick. So like I wanted to say, so XQ, it's a hardcore fantasy game like I mentioned earlier. The combat is Sekiro inspired, so you might see stuff like Mikiri counter, etc, etc. How the game flows is more like a roguelike, you would say, a permadeath game where you start with 4 lives and yeah, you just progress on. Oh yeah, I know my video quality was a bit off, but let me just get. Oh yeah, are you guys looking at the video for some basic understanding of my game, right? Okay, that's nice. Okay, so I have me and my friend, both one, have been working on the game for around 2 years. I wouldn't say it's straight 2 years, but the first year was more like if we wanted to make a game, and then our second year was actually okay. So like I was saying, we have been working on the game for around 2 years. And in terms of, okay, so the game progression is quite well. We've done everything like well structured and stuff. The game features stuff like classes, mobs, artifact, arcanes, ults. But I want to go more into detail with our unique systems such as our mana manipulation system. Many have known, I think, has everyone played Rogue before at least? So I can make it simpler.
Most of us here should have. But
yeah, so everyone knows that Rogue has a mana system where day 1 you get mana climb, day 2 you get this and that. But with our system, we made it so that players could obtain stuff like imbuement, enforcement, and there's still more mana manipulation techniques that we need to add further on with development, but those will be introduced around next week. I wanna, if you guys have any questions, you can give me questions because I don't like talking much. Because I like to just show gameplay of my game. You guys get basic understanding, just give me questions and I can answer.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead.
How much do you actually want?
Shit, how much do I want? Damn. Damn, that's a good question. How much do I want? Damn.
It's not looking good right now, man. It's not looking good.
You should have came up here with a rough idea.
No, normally I think the
no.
plan is to come here like knowing how much money you need to finish what you want to do and how much you're willing to
No,
get from here specifically.
But okay, so like I was gonna say, we want about like 2.5k per 1% to around 2k ish.
Nope.
So
I'm
you're
out.
valuing this game at 250k.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You believe that this project with the YouTube video you've shown here is worth 250,000 United States dollars.
$250,000.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you plan on doing with that?
It's
Like-
possible. I see it.
In the game.
Yes.
Right
Do you
now-
have a breakdown? What exactly all this money is going for?
Okay, so at the moment I'm planning to focus on the fund. So we had issues with our game, of course, such as map, right? So most of the money we'll use it like a quarter of it ish to improve on the
Okay.
map, expand on it. Next, the other half will be used to pay some devs because I want to make my game as perfect as possible. When the community ever complain about something like sound effects, visual effects, I try to commission
Okay.
people to
Do you have a line item? How much per sound effect? How much per audio effect? How much per visual effect? How much in total?
We have a lot of sound effects to get sorted in the future, around like 50, 80-ish, depends on how many moves we get introduced by then. But we're going to be spending, most of the money is just about game development, to be honest, because that's how we focus. That's what
Okay,
I
yeah, no,
focus
all of
on.
it's going to be game development. I sure hope the money that we put in is going to be on game development. But like, what game development specifically?
Well, as you can see there, the developer for XCry didn't actually know what he was doing, or saying, or both. However, XCry was actually involved in a recent scandal that I actually didn't read too much on because I actually didn't care at the time. But XCry is gone. The Discord server has been completely deleted. I think there was a big commotion with the developers, etc. Somebody was getting scammed, some people were scamming. Usual Roblox anime developer stuff. Try to say Roblox developer stuff. So XCry, for all we know, is probably discontinued. So thankfully, nobody, at least that I know of, invested any of their hard-earned money on this game because we don't even know if the game still exists anymore. The Discord server was literally deleted. So let's move on.
There we go.
Here. So this is like the icon, the page of the game, and I have recorded some clips, but if we need to, we'll also pop in the game. Let me see if my sound for my screen share is on share audio here. Can you hear this?
Yep.
Can you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's on,
here's.
it's on.
All right, I'll just stay quiet and show. Okay.
Chat, are we cooked? What the heck is this, bro? Chat.
Trust me.
This could
So-
actually do well, though.
So the game is about just eating food and then gaining
great.
pressure. This is
All right.
pressure force, right? So
Yeah.
you get about 100. This is just a tutorial of the game. So you get about 100, and then you go fight the slim guy. You know, the slim shady. So here, let's do this. So yeah.
I hope you don't mind me having a question.
Yeah, let's just watch this and then we can go to questions.
No, I don't think you need questions. I don't think you need questions anymore. That sort of shows it. for itself.
Yeah, so yeah, I told you.
This
The game is gonna
actually
show
looks
for itself.
Oh,
It's
hold
gonna
on. So 500,000 Robux for what? For what percent?
This looks actually pretty good.
10%.
This could do
10%.
good on Roblox,
Yeah.
right?
Hold on.
I do have a
Okay.
If Build Muscle Simulator
Wait,
could do
let's
good,
just
this
watch
game
this
could
and
do
then we
good.
can go to questions. The egg is not done. The pets are not done. This is like the first zone pets are done, but the second zone isn't done.
Don't
So,
need my copyright strike you for that one.
No, it won't. Trust me. Trust me. This is all mine. Everything is mine. I made all the maps. I have 2 scripters that have scripted the whole game. Well, we had 3, but then one of them left, and then now we have 2. And so everything about the game is very quality. Let me show you guys the maps, and then we can move towards talking about questions. Okay, so here are the 5. So we're gonna release with 5 maps. The 5th one is almost done. It's not fully complete, but I didn't include that map in this video, but yeah. So these are the 4 maps. This is the first map as I showed you. Oh, this is the gameplay video. My bad. Let me open the maps here.
So look, it usually happens, obviously.
Yeah.
3 months on a simulator game is kind of crazy, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah.
want Robux. Do you take money, like IRL money, like?
I
any
could
sort of
take
payment?
money. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So
willing
I'm,
to,
let me tell you
invest into your
what
game.
I'm
I'll
looking
give
for.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm looking for someone that has some contacts that could get me someone that can actually listen. So the contact part is I want someone that knows how to sponsor games and get them out. Yeah, marketer is the best word.
Oh,
So
wow.
Don't worry.
I need someone.
Just
I know
tell
a
me
guy.
what you want.
I know a guy.
So, yeah, so someone that can market the game.
Okay, first,
Yeah,
alright, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, you said you want 500k for 10%. I'll give a
Yeah.
counter off. I'll give a counter. You
Okay.
tell me what you think. I want 13% for 300,000. But you mentioned that you wanted this money for ads and marketing, right?
yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
can provide you more marketing and more exposure than anyone could with any money you have. I have
Okay,
millions
listen,
of Discord
the
members and I have millions
500K
of subs.
Yeah, the 500K is only for ads. You can see that the game is complete.
Exactly.
There's
No,
nothing
hear me
left.
out. Hear me
So,
out. Yeah, hear
yeah.
me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Are you aware of the social media platforms I own?
This
No,
guy's stealing
I-
my deal.
Yo, let me counter offer. Let me
man.
counter offer on this guy. Okay, hold on.
Wait, let him
I have
finish.
sev-
Let him finish. Let Brandon
Okay,
finish.
yeah, go for it. Go for it. You tell me.
Yeah, this guy's real for saying that.
I'll be honest. If anyone can give you anything, sort of ads or marketing or anything, the best of the best, in this VC is probably Brandon. So I can't even counter the offer.
Holy glaze! I've never seen somebody glaze another human being that hard! No, that was the... Bro, what the heck? You may as well get on both knees, bro, and wipe your mouth when you finish. That was too much. That's too much D sucking. What is going on? There's anybody that can do it for you? It's Brandon. Like, okay, we get it. But in all seriousness, Fart Simulator actually has the potential to do really well on this platform. I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks like it probably will do really well on this platform. So you guys keep your eyes out for Fart Simulator. And it's crazy how a game like this actually does well on Roblox. I don't know if that's like a good or a bad thing, but it's kind of funny. The game's really well made too, so I can't hate it. This guy definitely got his money. Let's just move on.
Ooh, let me know when y'all can see it.
I can see.
we see it.
Cool then. I'll probably go ahead and get started. So, hello sharks and investors. My name is Ralph, but most people call me Fossey or King Fossey in the community, and I'm the CEO of Young Bros. Forgive me if I flip up occasionally. I joined the competition kind of last minute, so I'm kind of winging it. But I'm here with my team member just in case I forget anything. And today I'm excited to present Slimera, which is the first mining game that uses creatures to mine, especially in the unique way that we do it on the platform. It's a narrative-driven mass block-breaking game. You can think of it like a strategy game that's kind of a combination of Bee Swarm, Anime Defenders, and mining simulators. And we're currently looking for 5 to 15% in equity in exchange for 50,000 to $500,000 USD.
Big
Whoa.
brand here.
Okay.
Yeah, and so what I'll do is I'll show you guys the slides, and then I'm gonna send the videos in the chat real quick, just so everyone can kind of follow along. Give me a moment to do that.
At the end of your showcase, are you gonna play the trailer you had?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do
Yeah,
that as
you
well. I'll
should
probably
do
have it
that.
running while y'all talking.
You should definitely do that.
Yo, wait, how much do you want again?
50,000 USD to $500,000 USD.
For how much percent?
5 to 15%.
Yeah, that means I have
So,
money to
so
go.
assuming that correlates, that means you want 50K for 5%.
Sounds like a very good price, you know.
Okay, so, bro.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious game. But I'll get into the
Yeah, 5 to 50 million valuation. Hey, this is completely irrelevant, but the website that you have linked on your Discord bio has a bunch of errors at the top of it when I try to load it in. It's showing like some PHP errors.
Yeah, I gotta
No, it doesn't.
We have it.
But regardless.
All right. Let's just get it going then. You know, continue with what you wanted to show us. Show us some stuff about the game. Then.
Yeah, for sure. So pretty much y'all can see the vision in the chat, but I'm just gonna go through the presentation. So pretty much like I said, it's a mass block breaking game, strategy game that's pretty similar to like Bee Swarm, Anime Defenders, and Pet Simulator combined. And our vision is to take our IP, you know, the slime IP, and really bring it to the top of the platform. There hasn't been any mining games, especially not of this sort, released in a really long time, and we're getting pretty close to getting there. We're currently in the alpha stage, and we're getting ready to have an exclusive beta. We're going to bring in a lot of Q&A and exclusive beta testers in the next few weeks. So we're trying to get that out before RDC. You know, the things that make it really unique is first, like the gameplay and the technology. I mean, looking at it, you can tell that there's no other game like this on the platform. It not only has the things, the grindy aspect of the simulators, but it also has like the RPG and the strategic elements that make it really fulfilling for players, you know, both young and old. It has a pretty immersive world, and I think might be one of the only simulators, if any, that have really good lore that go along with it. And of course, it's extremely polished. As you can tell, it has strong IP, which is all the characters. And we're really hoping to take it off the platform as it relates to merchandising and everything of that sort. Here are just a couple of comparison games I wanted to show. I'll probably breeze through this. As it relates to traction, we actually had a prequel to this. So what we did is that we took our first game, Slime Mine, and we remade it into Slimera because after we tested Slime Mine, we saw the metrics and they were pretty good. We figured that we should just go, you know, all into the full picture and really just take advantage of the unique content that we had. We didn't want to mess it up with the small game that we had and give competitors an opportunity to take advantage of that. So we just went back to the drawing board, cut off updates after we cleared about 6 figures on Slime Mine, and then really just threw everything to this project. I think the link to Slime Mine is in the links as well, so y'all can check that out. As it relates to the visuals, I gotta pause those. You guys can check that out in the links as well. You know, it's a really visually appealing game. We spent a lot of time and effort into it. We have a dedicated artist and game designer just cranking out these visuals just to make our IP is very strong. You can see a couple of examples here. This one's pretty neat. It's like an example of like the ultimate skill. Where you can see, you know, it's like a combination of 2 different slimes, and if you have them together, it allows you to use an ultimate skill. You know, it has freeze frames and all that shit. Who we're targeting, I mean, it's playable by younger kids, but we really want to get to the audience where, you know, they actually have to think. And so I feel like the perfect range is about 14 to 25 years old. We made sure the game is extremely mobile friendly, console friendly, just because, you know, a lot of the platform is over there. So we made sure to hit that. And it should be playable for both women and, you know, male. I think it's enjoyable, especially since it's creatures, you know, everyone loves those. There's plenty of different, engagement drivers. You know, we have social things, leaderboards, all that stuff. You can customize your slimes. We have cosmetics. There's progression systems, whether it's for the player, for the skills, you know, everything that a really good game needs. This is kind of like the game loop. We would start off by summoning the slimes. Without trying to be too prideful, I think that we have one of the most interesting summon systems on the platform. There's plenty of different little cool mechanics that we added, even within just the summoning system. You know, there's fakes and all that stuff. You know, after you're summoning your slimes, you put together teams. Different slimes have different elements, and so, you know, people make builds of different slimes that can work really well together. You know, some elements have reactions and different things that happen when you play them at the same time. After that, you take your slimes into the pits, and pretty much the whole game concept is destroying pits.
Okay.
But following that, you know, there's different game modes, so you can explore the worlds. You like plenty of slimes and ores. The ores have whether it be for upgrading your slimes or for giving them more XP. And then there's also enchantment systems and other things of that nature, you know. And then these are specific game features. I think most of them you'll be able to see in the visuals, so I won't spend too much time over here. But yeah, revenue, there's a gacha system. It's a really good one. And players are allowed to buy gems, which they use in the gacha. It's pretty much how Anime Defenders approached it. We took the similar approach, in addition to different starter packs, bundles, whatnot. You know, we have a pretty invested community. We haven't spent a lot of time with it because after Slimeon, we decided to cut it off. But you know, back in the day when Slimeon was launched, we had people.
Hello.
Oh, Fossy.
His internet.
On top of that, you know, we send some of our visuals to content creators. Haven't spent too much time on it, but once we start marketing after RDC, I think we'll start to pick that up. In terms of roadmap, we're trying to launch in the winter. You know, after the beta, I think it will only need a couple more weeks to get in all the content, and then you can see, you know, spring updates, all the stuff that other games have. We'll do the same. And this is kind of like a timeline, you know. Like I said, probably gonna finish the development and for the beta in a couple days, and we're gonna push it out and have a beta with Q&A pretty soon. So that's around right after RDC, and then we bring in the content creators, then the community, and then we launch it out. We have a couple targets. These are like rough estimates, you know. They're some of them are a bit high, but we'll do our best to hit those.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Why do you need an investment of like 50 to 500k USD if your other game made like 6 figures? Isn't that enough to like finish off this game?
Yeah, it's a really good point. We don't need any money. You know, we're just asking for investment because we're more looking to work with a partner who has experience sitting on the top of the platform, managing and doing live ops. You know, we just kind of want the knowledge, because if it was just money, you know, that's something that we've been able to have given our past projects. You know, between ourselves, we amassed, I think, 500,000 or 500 million visits on our prior projects. We've sold games before. We just want to work with someone who, you know, gives us the guarantee of just having a really big game on the platform because they've done it and maintained it for a long time.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question on that? If you can go back to
go for it.
The list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make an offer. I don't know if you're gonna like the offer.
Wait. So do you want like one investor or like do you want multiple investors?
Yo, let man speak one on one, man. Like if you want to say something.
I mean, it's pretty solid. You know, why not? The more, the better. The more experience.
I don't need that much equity. I'll take the minimum amount you're offering. I'll take 5% equity. I'll match the cash valuation at what your last game made in total. So I'll offer you 9.5k for the 5%. And I'll also fund a bunch of extra marketing stuff on my end. It'll get millions of impressions, bunch of eyes, bunch of stuff. We can talk turkey about all that. But yeah, 9.5k US for 5%. That's my offer.
Yeah, we wouldn't be interested.
I'm not interested in the valuation. I think it's unrealistic.
Yeah, this seems very optimistic for offer territory.
I definitely understand the point of view. I mean, I feel like it's not an opportunity for most people. So at the end of the day, whatever valuation you come up with, that's completely fair. I think ours are pretty clear. So yeah.
Well, for the sake of time, we're gonna have to end it there. I'm not gonna lie, the slime game was being quite greedy. How greedy? Talk about declining 9.5 for 5%. Now, the likelihood of this game doing really well on this platform is super 50-50. I wouldn't actually be able to know here, mainly because this game's a little bit different. But I guess we're gonna have to wait and see whenever the game actually does get put onto the platform. But in terms of time, we're gonna have to wrap things up here. It's already been about 30 minutes, because if I included all of the games that were pitched, we would be here for another 30 minutes. And if you guys want part 2 to this, there will be, if you guys get this video to 800 likes, I will post part 2. And part 2 has some really funny games, and the boss showcases his game as well. Part 2 is actually really entertaining. I wish we could fit everything all into one video, but you know, we just can't. Apart from that, we will be hosting another Shark Tank later on this month. This month is almost finished, so probably end of next week or probably early on into October, hopefully before Sparking Zero, or I'm not gonna be there, I'm not gonna lie. So appreciate everyone that made it to the end. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.